Good morning. I'm Pastor Steve Pricker of the Warwick Christian Fellowship. Glad you could be with us today on this Thursday morning, November 3rd. I'm sorry, December 3rd. I'm in the wrong month. December 3rd. Today, my mother would have been 102 years old. She was born December 3rd, 1914. So I know she's with the Lord now, but happy birthday, Mama. Anyhow, I want to share something with you. My mom used to say to me when I was a kid, expressions would be watching for somebody to come, would be looking out the window because maybe my Aunt Vera was coming over, or some relative, I don't know, or some friend, and I'd look out the window and stare. My mom used to say, Stephen, you know, a watching pot never boils. It's true. Well, it does boil in time, but it takes time. The heat's got to build it up. The water's got to get hot and hotter till it starts to boil. Sometimes that's how it works with God. We're wondering, when's he going to do something? I want to read to you something from the book of Habakkuk. Now, Habakkuk is one of the minor prophets. Not minor because it's less important, minor because of the size of the book. That's what determines minor and major prophets, is the size of the book. But in Habakkuk chapter 2, let me read this to you. I got to put my little cheaters on here. In chapter 2, he says, I will stand on my guard posts and station myself on a rampart, and I will keep watch to see what he will speak to me and how I may reply when I am reproved. He's going to stand and watch for the Lord. He's going to stand and wait. He's going to stand and see. Then the Lord answered me and said, record the vision, inscribe it on tablets, that the one who reads it may run. Now listen to this. He says, for the vision is yet for the appointed time. It hastens towards the goal, and it will not fail. Though it tarries, wait for it will surely come. It will not delay. He said, I'm going to stand and watch, God. I'm going to see what you're doing. I want to see it coming. I want to see this happen. And God says, okay, you stand there. When it happens, you write it down. But wait for it, because it may tarry. And if it tarries, it's okay. But if it tarries, it will not delay. It'll be here. God's doing something. When you pray to God, when you ask God for help, when you give a problem over to God, we want, because we're very demanding, we're very impatient, I want God, you to fix it, and I want you to fix it now. He doesn't always do it that way. God does it the best way. There may be something you need to learn. God may be working with the details to put it together. I don't know. God knows, and we have to trust God to do that. The watching pot never boils, but it does boil eventually, and it takes time. You know, it's funny, if a minute can go by in a minute, but if you sit and count a minute in your head, it's funny how long it takes. If you watch a clock, I have a digital clock in my bedroom. When I get up in the morning, I want to get up at, say, 7:15. And I sit there and look at the clock and I wait for 7:15 to come because I don't want to get up too early. And it seems like a minute just drags and drags. But it's the same amount of time. It's just that when we sit and focus on it, it takes longer, it seems. When you give something to God, go about your business. Trust him to be working on it. I've said this before. Oswald Chambers said something one time in one of his devotionals that just really impressed me. Has God trusted you with his silence? Does God trust your faith well enough to know that you've asked me for something, God says, I'm working on it, it's going to be there in the right time. You just have to wait. And that's tough to do, but we can wait patient on God because God doesn't fail anyone that asks for him in faith. There's no evidence in the Bible of God failing people when they come to him in faith. None. So trust God, even though what you're waiting for seems to tarry. Trust that God is working on it, and when he gets it done, it'll be better than anything that you could ask for if you hurried it. I hope this helps you today when you're thinking about what God is doing. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope I see you again tomorrow. God bless you. Have a good day.